Hi there, this video is all about changing the analog stick on this Nintendo Switch. This is a Switch Lite, and recently it's been, I'm gonna see if I can show you what it's been doing, but the right stick, when you're turning right, sometimes it doesn't respond. And of course now as I'm trying to show you, it's doing it perfectly, but it definitely has been having an issue, and it makes it to where it's hard to turn around if you're being attacked. Even now, it looked like it kind of was stuttering there, but anyways, of course it's going to work flawlessly for the camera, but we need to change that out. And this is actually my second time recording this video. The first time recording was about 3 or 4 weeks ago or something, and I ordered these guys. Do you see the problem here? I wanted the white caps, not the black ones. So I had to reorder and get the white caps in. I tried to, and I don't know if I'll include it in this video, but in the other video where it stalled out, I ran out of storage on my phone, and at the part where I was trying to remove this cap, and I actually removed this cap too and tried to put that on here, and it would have worked, except the quality of these, China made or wherever they're made from. I got it on Amazon, super cheap. I don't know if you can see the top of it there, but I couldn't even get this cap to go back on properly. It's kind of bubbling up and stuff. It would have worked if they were original Nintendo parts or just better quality, because I did take the cap off of this one and you can't even tell. I was able to put it back on and it works perfectly. So, or it looks perfectly, it doesn't work perfectly. But yeah, I don't know if you can see the kind of jitteriness whenever I try to turn, but anyways, we're gonna fix that, or at least gonna try to. So one of the things I need to do is to turn it off. So I'm gonna hold the power button. Definitely want to turn it off. Power options and then turn off. Well, I don't think you saw any of that, but like I said, I had been in this before. I have my iFixit tool or toolkit that I'm gonna use. I had this open before, and that was my first time to ever have a Switch Lite open. So I'm very much going into this. I have somewhat of an idea now because I've had it open before, but before then it was completely new to me. And just give me a second. I'm looking for my tri-wing. There it is. And I think I used the 00 tri-wing. There's some tri-wing screws along the edges here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, 5, 6. And then I think the two bottom ones, yeah, the two bottom ones there are Phillips actually. So let's get those out of there. Okay, that is not, 00 is not, it's too big. So let's try the 000. Yeah, that's good. So hopefully this goes a lot faster and smoother than the first time. I was, kind of just fumbling my way through it. Looking up how to do it would be smart, but also, where's the fun in that, It's kind of fun just to wing it and flex your troubleshooting and fixing skills. Okay, and yeah, there's also two, sorry, I'm out of shot there. There's two Phillips up top there as well. So let's swap out, and I'll grab the 000 Phillips screw. And I'm gonna try not to drop these on the floor, because they are tiny little guys. So there's two, and then we got 2 on the bottom we've got to do as well. Yeah, I got all the way to the point where the right analog stick, or the left one actually, I'm not sure if I'm gonna switch that out on this video or not. I'm definitely gonna do the right one. I did the left one before, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. I did the left one, and you can't tell that I had removed the cap off of it. It looks great. All right, so I think that's all the screws out now. I remember having to come in from the top. So let me grab, here we go. I'm gonna grab some guitar picks, and let's see if we can get, I feel like yeah, there we go. Around that edge right there, I was able to get it in there. I'm just gonna slide it down. See if I can't I'll leave that one in there. Let's see if I can do this with a second one. It does not want to, there we go. So that's in there. Got that fully pried up. I don't know if it would be better to go, it might. Let me try this. Let's not, that's kind of popped up a little bit. Let's go from the bottom. Oh, that's right. I went in right here where the speaker grills are. And just kind of, yeah, there we go. Pried that up, perfect. So then now, yeah, that separates way easier. It was the headphone jack that was in the way. Okay, I'll just put those aside for now. And then here we have to remove this heat shield. And I believe we have these 3 screws right here. So we have, well, they're not in frame there. We have a screw right there, right here, and right here, and they're all Phillips. And I think those are the only screws holding this on. So this one. Another thing, in the last video, I did not have thermal paste to reapply, and I still don't. And I don't think I'm gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna put it back down, and it was working fine. So I guess if anything, this is a, oh, there's one more screw right here actually, right there. This is a don't do as I do kind of moment. You should probably invest in thermal paste and swap that out when you take this heat shield off. But so see, there's where the thermal paste goes, and it goes on top of the heat pipe there. But I'm just gonna put that back down as is. I think it's gonna be fine. But of course, don't take my advice on your own Switch. Or my advice would be to put new thermal paste on there, but I'm not going to. This side is the side that I was messing with when I got that guy off. He actually works just fine, but I guess we will just go ahead and switch it out just because we're already here. And if one of them is doing it, the other is probably not too far behind. Those 2 screws need to come out to take the bumper and stuff off. And so I think we need to lift up, 1 second. We need to release these cables here. So I'm just gonna use this tool, be very careful with it. Oh, actually, I need to remove the battery. I need to unplug the battery, so let's flip that cable up. And let's see if we can't, there we go. Removed that out of the way. Now the battery should just, I probably should not be using a metal tool for this, but it's done. Okay, so now the battery is disconnected. Let's remove that cable and that cable. There we go. Those are freed up. So now we have another screw right there. And that should release this guy. Yep, okay, comes off as one assembly. I think the button can fall off of it. And then this also comes off with it. Or not with it, but it's a part of it, so I'm gonna take it off. And then I think this is the speaker housing. We got 2 screws there, screw there, and a screw here. They're all Phillips. So we're going to try and remove those now. I guess not try to, it should be pretty easy. And then we got this guy. Yeah, the other side is going to be much more involved because we have to remove all of this stuff, I think. So we're tackling the easier side first. And then that pops up. Yep, that's for the speaker. I'm not going to, I tried to unplug the speaker last time and it was not having it. And I definitely don't want to damage it. So we're gonna try to do this without removing that speaker. That flap is up. Gotta remove this cable now, that one right there. I'm trying to, there we go. Unseat that, and we got this cable here. There we go. All right, so I think that's all of the cables. Oh, yeah, that's right. The speaker does have to move at least. There we go. I would love to be able to take that speaker off, but it just doesn't feel like I'm going to be able to take that off without damaging it. So, all right, maybe. Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay, speaker is out. And then this bumper also fell off too. Okay, that's okay. So now that frees up, there are 3 more screws. 4 screws actually. 1, 2, 3, 4 there. So let's get those out. Okay. Yeah, part of the fun is remembering where all these screws went. You put them back in the right spots. Okay. So now everything's removed. This should, yep. This board should just come out. And there's the board. Here is the analog stick, and we just have 2 screws right there. They are Phillips again. Okay. Oh, there is a gasket. There we go. Oof. Put that there. All right, there's that guy out. There is a gasket there, like some sort of gasket material that was trying to come out with it. And the cables are kind of stuck underneath it now. There we go. So just be careful of that guy. It's like a little gasket right there. Okay. So now, that's kind of crazy. You could very easily mix these up. I can tell with the grime on this one that this is the original, but those are so close to being identical. I don't think they have a left or right orientation to them. Maybe they do. No, that looks the same. So just put that in there. Be careful with that gasket again. And this cable is trying to be in the way. There we go. There we are. Now this cable got in the way. Perfect. So now that's down in there. I need to put these Phillips screws back in. There we go. Oh, well, lost the D-pad, but yep. One more screw. And this D-pad, well, not D-pad, this analog stick wasn't even the problem child. It was the other one, unfortunately. The harder to get to one. Put that D-pad back in there. And then now we should be clear to put this board. Okay, that just fell off too, so we'll put that back. Everything's falling off. Okay, let's see if we can just kind of set that on there, and there we go. Okay, and then we also need this cable to come up through that little opening there in the board. There we go. Just like that. Okay. So remember the 2 gold screws were right there. So we'll put those back in. Gold screw goes right there. Okay, one more. Right there. Perfect. And then I think the speaker goes back in, but I know we had these two other screws. I'm trying to think of where they went. I think one went right here, right? And then I think the other one went up there. No, those two, it has to go right there, I think. Because those two go for the bumper or the trigger guy. So this is where it's by process of elimination. I'm gonna put this little thing back in there. Looks like it just slides into place. Back in place, and then let's get this cable back home. Just gotta be very gentle with these cables. Come on, it's being a pain because of that bend it's got. Let's see if this one wants to go in. Almost. There we go. That one's in. And this one looks like it's almost. There we go. Perfect. That one's. It looks like it's not all the way in, but it is. Okay, those two are in. Perfect. And then I think I'm gonna leave this guy. We need the speaker to see what it is we're forgetting. Oh, I guess, no, that screw is not right. Because the speaker goes there. So I guess it was those two, the two long ones. Okay. This is where process of elimination, you kind of forget. So these two, that does feel better. Okay. I think I'm actually going to see about tidying this cable up too, because it looks a little wonky. But I mean, that is fully in there. It does not want to go any further. So, all right. That is what it is. And then we need to put this guy back in. But we need to make sure we don't forget about that bumper and the little pad that goes right there. So that pad goes right there. But I think I'll put that in there. So this bumper hooks in right there. See that opening? And then that spring needs to get seated. Let's see if we can't. There we go. And then, uh-oh. Okay, this has got to get hooked on this side too. So let's see if we can compress the spring now and send it home. There we go. Okay, that's good. That spring needs to be seated in there, that needs to be in there, and then this guy clips over there too. Or just like rests on that spot. So now this guy, we put that in there, like that, and put him down gently. There we go. I kind of think that cable needs to go in that groove there. I'm not sure, but let's get that seated or screwed in. It's two kind of goldish looking screws go right there. There we go. And we're going to make sure to not screw down on top of that cable, because that would be disastrous. So yeah, it kind of looks like that cable should route into that channel right there. So So let's see if we can persuade it to do that. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it sure does look like it. Okay, that's popped up. See if I can't get that. There we go. There, I'm gonna call that good. I'm gonna say that's what it should do, is that cable's kind of in that groove there, you see? All right, so now I think for the speaker, it's the gold one goes right here through. There we go. And then we should plug the speaker back in. Make sure we get that orientation right. I think it's that way. Let me take a look here. Yeah. I think it's this way. There we go. It's plugged in. And then the speaker also needs to be routed through that hole right there, the speaker wires. There we go. They're not wanting to stay down too well, but I should be able to get that cover back on. Hold them down. Yeah, that's good. Uh-oh. That screw is going to come back out. And then now we put the cover on. We do it right because we do it twice. There we go. Okay, so now the rest of them are just the smaller silver screws. I'm like constantly checking my phone. We're at 22 minutes in. We were about 30 minutes in last time and my phone storage was full. I'm recording this on an iPhone, so just kind of a little paranoid. All right, so this cable just needs to wrap back around. Oh, it looks like it should have went. Let's see if we can. Oh man, I might have messed up there. That cable should be behind the speaker there. Let's see if I can just loosen this guy. And yeah. There we go. We'll just move that speaker assembly, get that cable plugged in. I know this is probably hard to see for you guys. That cable, there we go. Just make sure he's fully seated, and I think he is. Okay, there we go. So now that speaker, I think that cable though, I'm trying to get that speaker back up. I think that cable should go on top of the speaker housing like that. There we go. I think that's how it should be. The cable on top of the speaker housing. So now we just need that screw one more time. And that should be this side done. Yeah, that feels good. All the buttons are there. Didn't lose anything. Okay. So then now we'll move on to this side, and we got to get underneath here. I have not taken this side apart ever, so we're now caught up with where the last video ended. Looks like we need to get this trigger out of the way. So now we're flying blind again. Remove that. Okay. I'm getting some of that thermal paste on my hand. I keep touching it on accident. And I think I had to remove the fan, and I think that meant I had to remove this. I think I did do that last time. So let's put the CPU heatsink screws down here. I'm not sure if that needs to come off. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna set him over there. Okay. Like I said, I do think that needed to come off, because I think that went through the board. Okay, so the fan needs to come out, I think. There we go. And then, oh yeah, his cable is over here. There we go. There. Fan is out. Looks like the headphone jack screwed in too, but here's the Wi-Fi antennas, I think. Let's go ahead and pop them up. Okay. There's two screws down here for that, for the USB-C connector. Not sure if that needs to come out. Looks like, oh, this is for the game card slot, I think. Looks like that's probably gonna have to come out too. Let's get this speaker out of the way. I don't think I actually need to open it, right? I think I did that for the other side just because there were screws there, but the fewer the screws hanging out, the better. So I gotta remember where all these go, you know? Let's see, is that? Oh, it's actually under the motherboard. Okay. Let's see if I can at least unplug this. There we go, okay. Whew. That is kind of tough. Okay. So then, yeah, it looks like that's not holding anything down. Let's get this headphone jack out of the way. Looks like the headphone jack and the card slot use the same connector. Am I seeing that right? So they might have to be removed as a unit. So we'll remove those screws too, the game card slot. Because it looks like, yeah, they share the same connector right here. That connector right there. Okay, so let's the other side actually. Let's do this right there. Okay, that's out, and also this bumper popped off too, just like the other side. It's kind of inevitable, it feels like. Okay, let's focus down here on the USB-C connector. Those two screws need to come out, I think. Yeah, it looks like they go through, so. Okay. And then, looks like we have one screw there. And I think that's it. Okay, and it looks like we've got a connector here, probably for the screen, huh? Okay. There we go. And let's see if now, oh, there's another connector right here. This guy. Okay, got him out. That guy right there too. Oh yeah, feels like that board wants to come out now. Unless, I'm trying to see if I can wiggle that speaker out of the way. Okay, that's good. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, there's one more screw right there. I see it. That's why you never force it. Oh, there's actually two. Okay, cool. I'm glad I didn't force that. There's one more right here too. Don't know how I didn't see those, but give it a little wiggle test. There we go. And then this connector right here too. That guy for the analog stick. There we go. There's the motherboard free. Put that over there. And then we got two more screws for the analog stick. Okay. And this is, oh, see that gasket's popping up just like that other side. See the gasket trying to come with it? There we go. Okay, there's the problem child. Just lay that gasket back down and then how did that go? I guess they are all the same, right? Yeah. Did it go this way? Yeah, it would have to, yeah, because of the screw holes. So it does go this way. Okay. It goes that way with the connector up. So let's see about getting that analog stick through there. There we go. Yeah, the screws wouldn't go if it was the other way around. Okay, let's get those screws back in there. Well, it sure would be a shame if I put the wrong analog stick back in. I don't think I did, but we'll find out. At least we'll know how to do this again if we do. Those should be the two originals. Set those aside. Okay, so now the speaker needs to sit in there, but then the board also needs to go back in. So it's kind of a dance here, it feels like. Kind of like that. And let's see about getting these cables fed through. Gotta be careful with them. The cable right here too. And then this Wi-Fi connector. There we go. I think that's it. Before we screw stuff down. Yep, that all seems good. Okay, cool. So then there's one screw. I need to actually, that's fine, we'll do this. One screw goes there for the speaker. And then there were two screws. I believe right here. And then I think the other one was right there, right? Having trouble getting that on. There we go. And just break the whole thing. Oh, also, we probably should. We forgot about it. I'm including you in on the mistake. That cable. I forgot to route it through the board. Let's see if we can't get it. There we go. There we go. Got it. Okay. Whew. That cable needs to come through that slot on the board, and it. I almost forgot about it. Okay, so now we can screw down that other screw that goes right here, I believe. Okay, so now let's plug in that connector. Get that up here. See if we can't get that. Sometimes these things are a real pain. There we go. Just gotta get that to go home. Come on, bud. Okay, I think it just went. There we go. Yep, we're good. Just lock that down. Cool, that is there. We can plug in the speaker again too. Maybe. Okay. Ugh. It's being such a pain. It wants to twist is what's going on. There we go. Got it. Okay. That's in there. So now we can put this back in. We'll put the card slot and stuff back in too. So again, that just kind of clips in right there. Let's see if we can't. There we go. Let's see if we get that spring to kind of go into place. There we go. That works. So now, this guy, just put him in there. It's kind of a loose fit. Put that guy down. And he gets two of the goldish screws. Right here. There we go. And one more. Right there, I believe. Right? No, right here. There we go. Okay. That feels good. See about getting these bigger ribbon cables back in. That can be kind of a pain. Oh, that one just went right in, actually. That's nice. And then one more over here. I need to lift that connector. There we go. There we go. That one's in. Nice. So those two are in. That's for the fan. What does that one go to again? Oh, right. That's for the card slot. And so we should put that in next. That's for the card slot and the headphone jack. I think we'll try to get it slipped in there. There we go. Perfect. That just went so smoothly. I wish it was always like that. So now I think all of these were just the silver screws. We got that connector plugged in. There's nothing else beneath it, so. Kind of put one in this corner too, just to get the corner tacked down. Okay, so I'm back. I actually ended up running out of storage one more time. I don't know how, because I think I'm recording on 1080p this time and not 4K, but it didn't lose much. I put that corner in and then put this screw up here back in, and then I realized. So we didn't lose too much, which is great, because it would have been awful. Good thing we're in the putting it back together phase, so this shouldn't take another 40-something minutes. There's just so many screws. Especially for someone who's never done this before. But I think we're in the home stretch now, thankfully. I think that's one more. That should be it for that section. We need 2 screws down here at the bottom for the USB-C connector. Down there. Okay, one more. If I can wrestle it out, there we go. Shockingly, I have not dropped a single screw on the floor yet. But the night is still young. Okay, I have to leave these 2 unplugged. I can plug in the Wi-Fi connectors again. Pretty sure. These are always fun to kind of get clicked into place. There we go. And then this one. There we go. Okay. And those are in place. We need the fan back in. That connector is definitely going to be fun to get back in. Let's see. Get this connector in. Almost. So close. Is that it? Yep. That's it. It's in. Okay. And then we have those shouldered black screws going right here, 3 of them. Okay. There we go. Feeling good. And then let's see what else. We had the 3 for the heat sink that needs to go back on. Then it's the heat sink. What screw goes there? Let's see. Heatsink goes on right there. It takes these 3 screws, the little white ones. Yeah, like I said, I am not reapplying thermal paste. We're just gonna see how that works. If I need to, I'll disassemble it and put that in at some point, but I don't think it's gonna be a problem. There we go. And then this heat shield goes on. I know I didn't plug that in yet, but I'm trying to figure out, I think we have 1, 2, I think I'm forgetting a screw. I have one little silver screw over here that I'm not entirely sure where it went. There's 1, 2, 3 up here. So the 3 white ones, and there's a gold one that goes there. So where? And then that's it. So somewhere along the way, I have one silver screw that I'm not sure where it goes. I must have missed something. Where would that go? Because I have those 3 silvers. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to do some digging. It would have had to have been somewhere over here. Oh, I think I see. Maybe? No, I don't think so, actually. Just trying to think of where that screw would go. Yeah, because if I put that on, oh, wrong way, this way. If I put this on, oh, I think I see. Maybe? Yeah, okay. It goes right there. Because 1, 2, 3, and then the gold screw. And then, but there's a screw hole right there. Okay, I found it. It goes right here. Got it. This popped back out too, but that's easy. It's an easy fix. Okay, so then we'll put that gold screw back in for the speaker. Took that out to look underneath it. Now we can plug the battery back in. Get that lined up and sent home. There we go. And then now this cable almost had it. There it is. Okay. That's in place. I think everything's plugged in. So now we put this guy back on. There we go. So now you just gotta squish that down where the thermal paste is. Okay. And now we have one goldish screw that goes right here. And we have, should probably leave that a little loose, just for some wiggle room. We have another silver screw that goes up here. What's that? Ooh, now I dropped one on the floor. It's inevitable. Let's see if I can find this easily. I gotta move my bag out of the way. That's not good. There we go. Okay. Found it. Jeez. Right here at the end. It never fails that I will drop something. Just trying to figure out why that's not lined up. It's like seriously out of the line. Okay, that's enough. Okay, I think it was caught on something. Because now it's lined up perfectly. Okay. Yeah, I think it was just caught on something. I think it might have been this cable over here, which I need to reseat before I put this all back together. There we go. Okay. Now, this gold screw right here. Okay. Only two more silver screws left. One goes down here. Oh, I'm out of frame there. And then the other goes right there in the middle by the fan. Right here. And that's it. Let's make sure to get that cable back in its right spot. It kind of popped out a little bit. I think we should just, there we go. There. And man, this guy's a little tricky. There we go. There. Now it's in place. We're good to go. So then, I guess before we put the back cover on, let's see if it even powers on. Okay, that's a good sign. Make sure I'm not grabbing something that's gonna pop me. That's a good sign. That's not a good sign. Why? Oh, I never plugged that in. That's why. So that's why we check it before we, well here, I guess before we, let's see. Does this one work? Yes, that one works just fine. Okay, so let's hold the power button. I'm not sure we really need to. Power options, power or turn off. I never plugged this guy in, that connector. I never plugged it in. Getting way ahead of myself. It's so funny. The one reason I opened this thing up and I almost didn't even plug it in. Glad I decided to do one last check before sealing it up. And thankfully this is a connector that I can get to easily. Okay. That, I think that went home. There we go. That's plugged in now. This guy right here. Okay. So now let's turn it back on and see if that did it. There it is. Okay. Actually, that was the right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, no, yeah, I forgot. We're good. I got my buttons switched up there for a second, but yeah, that is that was not the problem child. This was the one I had unplugged. Okay, perfect. So then let's put this back cover back on. I think I'm gonna slip it the top over that like that. I'm trying to slip it over the headphone jack. This thing is such a tight fit. There we go. I think that's it. There. And it just kind of snaps together. What's going on here? That's like bulged up. I don't know why that's bulged up like that. Let's take that back apart real quick. Oh. Oh no. The button popped out. It's all going so well. I think it just, yeah. Looks like it just clips back in. There we go. Okay, cool. That's good. So what was stopping that? Why is that so bulged out? I don't see any reason. Okay. Only thing I could think of would be that heat sink in there, the cooling fins. It's very interesting. There's just a bulge right there. Like it's not wanting to clip in right there. Let me try. Yeah, interesting. I wonder why that is. Well, let's take it back apart. Let's take that that heat shield off and see if or does it just need to be squeezed in right there? Oh, I think that's it. It has like, there we go. It has like a little channel. I'll show you. Take this back off. It has a channel right there. See that channel? That just needs to like get squeezed in. I'm about to lose this button. There we go. Okay. So now there we go. Was that it? I thought that was it. I think it just needs to go home, but it won't. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep messing with that to see if I can figure out what's going on. That is very interesting. At the finish line. I'm just not seeing what would stop that from going home. I'm gonna take that heat shield back off again just to double check it. I'm not seeing what would stop it from going in, but there's obviously something going on here. Like something up with that heat pipe. Does that need to go? No, it has nowhere else to go besides that right there. So that can't be it. That's just interesting. I think that's just how it is. So I just need to figure out how to massage that thing on, because there we go. Okay. I wonder if this shield wasn't popped in all the way. It looks like it kind of has these tabs on this side, like right there and right there. And I feel like maybe it wasn't popped in all the way, so maybe it was sticking up a little bit. I don't know. Let's try it again. That one's puzzling to me. Okay, so now let's see if we can get this back on. That's just interesting. You can already see that it's not wanting to sit in there. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I just had to like really put it on with that in mind. And now it went. Okay. I have no clue why it was that crazy. Oop, almost dropped another screw. Got a Phillips that goes right. Oh my goodness, I am definitely trying to drop it. It's just not magnetic, I think. So making sure, because that just feels like it's not fitting all that well, but I guess it just needs the screw to hold it in. Okay. There's that. Let's make sure this thing actually still works too. Yep. Yep, feels fine to me. Okay, so I guess it really is just that plastic needs to just be under tension, I guess. I'm gonna quit trying to. Those ones are not working. They're not magnetic for me anymore. Here we go. We got 2 more of those, and then the tri-wing screws. And then we're done. Got 1 more up here. There it is. And then just making sure there's nothing. I think, yeah, it just needs to be under tension. Once it's under tension, it's fine. There's kind of like a little gap right there, but once I put that screw in, looks like it's gonna be fine. Okay, so let's switch over to the tri-wing, the 000 again. The black screws are not wanting to cooperate with my magnetic tip. Okay, there's 1. Okay, got 2 more. One left, and then this is done. There we go. Oh, I'm watching Animal Crossing. Uh-oh. Let's do Minecraft instead, and let's go back and make sure that that actually doesn't jitter anymore. If it doesn't, there are no screws left. That's good. I think we will just go into a single player world. Can you not do that? Oh, okay, it's just being slow. Okay. Okay, I'm back now. That took a long time to load up everything. It's just being kind of slow, but I think you can see that now I have no problem turning right, which kind of, in the beginning of the video, I don't know if you could tell, but it was jittery, but now it's not, so that's good. So, got everything sorted out, which is awesome. All right, then I think I'm gonna call this one successful. I'm happy with that, and hopefully that lasts for a long time. But anyways, hopefully you found this entertaining or helpful, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you did, and stay tuned for more.